Hello everyone out there in Nerdland and welcome to the very first edition of Legend of the Nerds. We're your hosts, my name's Andy,
I'm James.
and today we're talking all about Wrestlemania 31, which comes to you live this Sunday from Levi Stadium, home of the San Francisco 49ers. Now today, all we're going to talk about is WrestleMania 31. We're going to tell you all about the matches and tell you what our predictions are for the outcome of the matches on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. But to start off first today, we'd like to give you our top 5. Now, in every show, we're going to go ahead and give you our top 5 list of a certain category. Today, being the fact it's all about wrestling, we're going to tell you our top 5 wrestling matches. Now, these are matches where we think are the most exciting and the ones that we know fans will love. So I'll go ahead and give you my top 5. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Number 5, I love a steel cage match. Now, I know you and I debate about steel cage matches, but the only way a steel cage match can work is if it's escape only.
It's the only way it should work.
None of that pinfall stuff. You're in a cage, you want to get out of that cage.
Only way it should work, absolutely.
Number 4, I got a Royal Rumble match. Royal Rumbles, I'd have it much higher up on my list, but the thing is, lately the Rumble matches just seem to be going downhill a lot.
They're kind of predictable, too.
I know, but I still think they're great matches. I'm always excited to see that. It's once a year, starts off the year in January. Those are great matches, I still think. Number 3, a last man standing match.
Ooh.
Who can argue with just all-out weapons, just going ahead, trying to beat your opponent, make sure they can't stand to a 10 count? Nothing gets better than that. Except maybe a Money in the Bank ladder match. That's my number 2, ladies and gentlemen. 6 to 8 guys all trying to get that one briefcase, climbing a ladder, nothing gets better. But how about this? You and I also argued a couple months ago why they got rid of this pay-per-view. The Elimination Chamber.
Of course.
A chamber that's nothing but steel and plexiglass. Who knows who's coming out? Who's going to get pinned throughout it? So much excitement.
It is a pretty exciting match.
About your top...
I mean, there's a lot can go on in that match.
Exactly. I mean,
there's no give anywhere.
Remember Big Show going through the steel chamber to go after
right.
Daniel Bryan through the roof? Hilarious.
All right, ready for my 5?
I'm ready. I've been waiting for this.
All right, so we agreed on 1, but it's number 5 on my list. It's the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
My problem with it, it's just too predictable sometimes.
Exactly. Like Cena winning a couple years ago to face The Rock. Everyone knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. And what I love about the match, though, you guys like old school John Morrison always finds a way to not get eliminated when he gets thrown over the top.
Kofi Kingston, too.
Kofi, the big one, too.
Remember,
the chair, right?
Yes, he took JBL's chair and he was hopping. This year, the
that was good stuff.
Adam Rose's Rosebuds caught him this year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so number 4, old school match, back in the Attitude Era, First Blood match.
I never thought of the First Blood. I totally forgot about that.
This is a match that I've seen The Rock do plenty of times with Mick Foley, and the way the build up to that match was just amazing.
You don't see many First Bloods anymore.
You don't see them anymore.
There's a lot of the Attitude Era right there. The First Blood matches.
It was old school matches. I love them. Number 3, ladder match.
Yep.
Gotta love the ladder match.
Ladder match. I think when I say Money in the Bank and you say ladder matches, I definitely they go together. It's the same type of match. In your opinion, though, do you like the Money in the Bank though with the 6 to 8 guys, or do you love that old school one-on-one ladder match?
I like the idea of the Money in the Bank. It's a good idea, but I like them in the tag team.
Yeah.
Ladder matches.
Oh, like the triple threat between the Dudleys and the Hardys and Edge and Christian. Yeah.
So a lot can go on in that match. Got to be a great athlete to be covering in that match.
Yeah.
Perfect. Number 2, I Quit match.
Yeah, I forgot. See, that's the thing.
You gotta have the I Quit match in there.
Back in the Attitude Era, they had all these matches, and you definitely forget about them. You
can't forget the I Quit match. My number 1, favorite kind of wrestling, submissions match.
Yeah, I knew you love those
submission
those old schools. Yeah.
That's wrestling. You break it down. That's wrestling.
Yeah.
You win with submission. It's easy to pin someone in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Make them submit. That's a little tougher. But I got a bonus match for you. Got a bonus match for you.
Give me your bonus match.
I haven't really seen one of these things in a very long time. But it's the triple cage match.
Yes.
The triple cage match. You can see this if you watch Ready to Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
It's in that one. But sometimes they, back in 1990, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Lex Luger, they all did a match called the Tower of Terror match. And instead of starting from the bottom going to the top, you start at the top and you battle way to the bottom. First pinfall at the bottom wins the match.
Now let me give you a bonus one. How about this? It's only happened one time, and I know you love this match. The 6-man Hell in a Cell.
6-man Hell in a Cell, yes.
I mean, Rikishi getting thrown off the top of the cell and inside the dump truck full of pellets and everything.
That's right.
That was hilarious.
That's good stuff.
And everyone's like, oh my God. And he just bounces right in. Okay, but next, ladies and gentlemen, we just gave you our top 5. What we're going to do very quickly here is just go ahead and combine our top 5 and give you the all-out top 5 most exciting WWE matches. So let's start at number 5. I mean, I had that steel cage, and you had the
Rumble.
The Rumble.
The Rumble.
See, I have no problem moving my Rumble, which was number 4, down to 5. So I would agree with you. Just because the Rumble, it's getting so predictable lately.
All right.
You had for your number 4. I had the Rumble, obviously.
I had the First Blood match.
The First Blood. I like a First Blood, but to me, a First Blood can be also like hardcore matches and all that stuff. I mean,
well, no, like it's the first time you see blood, match is over.
Yeah, but remember, we've had a lot of them.
Hard-hitting match.
We've had a lot of them where they've ended quickly too. It's like, oh, whoops, got cut open.
That's a match that Ric Flair would probably lose in 2 seconds.
Oh, exactly. You look at him the wrong way and he bleeds.
All right, so we'll scratch that match.
How do you see the steel cage though escape only? That's got to be on a top 5. A steel cage is so exciting.
That's number 4, yeah.
I definitely see the cage as the 4.
All right.
My number 3 again was a last man standing.
I had the ladder match.
Ladder match?
Yeah.
See, for me, my ladder match was a number 2 because I'll go Money in the Bank, but I think we should combine ladder and Money in the Banks together.
Okay.
How do you feel about it as a number 2? I mean, we've had a lot of exciting ladder matches, especially at TLC this past year between Ziggler and Harper.
Yeah.
I would put it number 2.
I'd be okay making number 2.
Number 2?
But what's that number 3 match going to be? I put the I Quit as number 2.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel? I mean,
you had a similar match, the last man standing match.
I did, but I know you're number 1. You're passionate about that submission.
I am.
And I like a submission match because it's technical. But how do you feel about that Elimination Chamber? We don't get to see many now anymore, so when it happens, your juices are starting to pump. And I turned you on to some of those Elimination Chamber matches you haven't seen, and you love those matches. I really feel like that should be a number 1. I mean, that is a unique match from things that happen in that match.
All right.
If you give me this and give me the Elimination Chamber as 1, I will give you your submission as number 3.
As number 4? Or number 3, right?
I'd give you a submission for number 3 because we don't see them that often.
All right, let's do that.
The Chamber at number 1?
The Chamber at number 1, yes.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our top 5 most exciting matches in WWE. At number 5, the Royal Rumble match. Only happens once a year. At number 4, a steel cage, but only escape only. None of this pinfall submission stuff. You have to climb that cage and get out. Number 3, a good old submission match. You got to make your opponent tap out. Number 2, the ladder match or Money in the Bank ladder match. They're both the same, have different rules, but they're still a ladder match. Nothing.
Still exciting.
Still exciting. No matter what you say. Climbing that ladder and trying to retrieve whatever's hanging, still exciting. And at number 1, my all-time favorite, had to convince him just to put it there, but the Elimination Chamber. If you haven't seen one, go ahead and try to watch one. Nothing's better than that match. Okay, James.
This top 5 will be on our Facebook page, so if you guys want to check it out, you guys can pop your top 5 on our Facebook page as well. Be glad to look over it. See, we match up.
What do you say we get to WrestleMania 31?
WrestleMania.
That's what the fans want to know about. It comes to you this Sunday from Levi Stadium. It's the Super Bowl of WrestleMania. They call it the grandest stage of them all, and we believe it is. Let's get to our first match. It's not announced yet, but we do believe it's going to happen. It's probably either going to happen half an hour before the show during the kickoff, or it'll happen right during the show. It's the tag team titles. The champions are Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Now, they've had a little rivalry going on with 3 other teams, the Usos, New Day, and the Matadors. But the Usos have an injury. We haven't seen them in weeks, so we don't know if they're participating. But lately, like I told you, those Matadors, they're starting to climb up in the ranks. They're competing for that title. I know you don't like it. I love El Torito though. That little bull, he's great. But I do think it'll either be a triple threat, or it'll be the Matadors versus Cesaro and Kidd. But unfortunately, I see Cesaro and Kidd coming out the champions no matter what the situation is in that match.
I agree.
I mean,
They're a strong tag team right now.
they're great. You got the
They really
power
are.
and you got the high flying in that match. They've only been together for a couple months, and they're getting those double teams down and everything. They're a great team. Yeah, they're heels.
Absolutely.
They're heels. I like faces more than heels, which to all you out there, faces and heels, a face is a good guy, a heel is a bad guy, but they make a great team.
Absolutely agreed.
Yeah.
By far.
Let's say the next match. Let's say this one goes. I think you'll love this one. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
That's right.
A revenge match right there.
That's all
Remember,
it is.
Seth put Randy out of action for a good 3-4 months, and he came back playing those mind games that he's always good at.
He's good at those games.
Oh, and
He's good.
now we got that little revenge match. Randy wants to get his revenge on that. What are your thoughts on that match?
I think they should change this match to some sort of stipulation.
Yeah.
Straight up one-on-one match, it's not going to be good enough. It's not going to be good
You got a
enough.
great talent like Randy. You got to do something with him.
Got to do something with it.
I mean, he is, I'd say, in your top 5 right now of guys on the roster. He's definitely in
Yeah.
the top 5, maybe in
Love
the
the
top
guy.
3.
Love his talent. He's amazing.
He's one of those guys. He can go both ways. He can be a villain. He can be a good guy. I mean, he's amazing talent. But like, the thing is, I gotta go with Seth on this match.
Going
I mean,
Seth on this.
I gotta go with Seth. My gut is telling me Seth, and I always gotta go with my gut. I want Orton to win. I mean, I really want him to get that revenge kind of thing on Seth because you know how I'm.
He's getting it.
The
He's getting
thing
it.
with Seth is
He's getting it.
Seth Rollins hasn't earned anything. I mean, Kane got him that Money in the Bank
Yep.
win. Now he's with the Authority. You gotta hope Orton wins, but there's just Orton lately at WrestleMania just has not been on that winning streak.
He's had a few losses at WrestleMania.
A few. The last like 2 or 3 years he's lost.
He's getting
But-
it back this year. Get back this year.
We'll differ there. We'll see what happens this Sunday. How about this? This one goes to heart for you. All the two old school guys. Sting and Triple H. Sting, his first match in a WWE arena.
It's a match I'm looking forward to. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a predictable match.
Yeah.
I mean, you know Sting's going to get the win no matter what.
I know that's
It's
who,
his first match.
that's who I'm going with is Sting. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Triple H the last couple
I
of
root for
years.
Triple H all the way.
I mean, Triple H the last couple of years too, like Orton. I mean, 2 losses to Taker, and
Yeah.
then last year
Right.
to Daniel Bryan. I mean, it's predictable, but
It is. It's a predictable match. You know Sting's going to get it.
you know though
But I would like to see Triple H get it.
yeah, we know how much of a big Triple H fan you are. I mean,
Absolutely.
but I mean, people are so excited to see Sting. I mean, he hasn't been in the last time he was in a WWE ring. Let's
Never.
say never. I know.
Never.
WCW. I mean, closed their doors in 2001, 2002. Then
Stayed with it to the very end.
I
didn't
know,
he?
and then what happens? He just vanishes and then pops up in TNA. Obviously,
Right.
WWE's rival now. But I mean, he was there for a couple years, and then
That show too over there.
when he turned over to that show, that was
Yeah.
a great show. But now he's with WWE, and obviously his first match, he's got to get the win. I mean,
He does.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts there. How about this? I know this. This is to your heart. A good old Divas match. How about that? As you call them, the bathroom breaks.
That's exactly what they are.
You don't want to pause WrestleMania for any reason. Just get up and go to the bathroom.
That should be an intermission
I mean,
match.
you got the Bellas. Bellas, ever since they came back,
They have gotten better.
they've gotten better.
They have gotten
Since
better.
they came back. Then you got the returning AJ, who nobody actually thought she was coming back. The news said on her she was not coming back till after WrestleMania. Do you think maybe she's a little rusty right now? Even though you're tagging with Paige, I mean, Paige is a very good diva.
Little ring rust, but Paige is still green.
Yeah, but she's remember.
It's not like
she's been wrestling since she was what 12 or 13 over
She
in
had been for a
England.
long time, but
When's
when's the last time she wrestled in this amount of
This is going to be her
audience?
very first WrestleMania because she came over last year, the day after WrestleMania. So she hasn't.
Imagine the butterflies be floating around in there.
Yeah, but I mean that PTO, her Paige tap out, that was a great submission.
PTO.
I know. Well, all the divas name their finishing moves after themselves. I mean, Brie going Brie mode.
Right.
Which I mean, if you watch Total Divas, all it is when she gets drunk, they say she goes into Brie mode kind of thing. So it's a little funny.
Is that how it came up?
That's how it came up. So
A drunk move?
first time I saw that in the ring and she yelled that, I was laughing hysterically. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, I mean, you'll go to the bathroom or something. I'll watch it just because I gotta watch every match. And like I said, if it was a Natalia match, for instance, who you have to agree, best diva on the roster right now. At least she looks like one of the wrestlers from the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 5 years ago, you wouldn't go on a bathroom break during the Divas match 5 years ago.
Talia's almost got that Beth Phoenix look too, doesn't she?
She does. She does. She's got the muscles.
Yeah.
But she's got that look where it's what you want to see out of a woman wrestler. She's got the beauty and the brawn. But still, like I said, I mean, Attitude Era divas like Trish Stratus,
They weren't even divas
Ivory, even Jacqueline or Jazz.
Amazing.
They were buff, but I mean they were in matches with guys.
They were hitting that rope. That's my
I mean,
problem.
you remember Jacqueline in like Stevie Richard matches?
Yep.
Those were great divas matches at the time when the divas could actually withstand with the guys. Now it's like, I mean, this match will probably last.
Imagine Beth Phoenix was the last female wrestler that actually went 1-on-1 with a male wrestler.
I mean, this match, I mean, I'm giving it to the Bellas just because I see Paige and AJ, they're frenemies.
You think they're gonna feud up more?
Oh, guaranteed. Each one, they both have huge egos. Each one of them is going to want to get the win. The Bellas are twins. They got that little twin magic thing kind of going on where.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore, but they know. They've been wrestling together
Yeah.
since they were little kids, kind of thing. They know each other. I mean, so I mean, I'll give it to the Bellas, but I see this match lasting 3 minutes tops. I mean,
It's gonna be a short match. It's gonna be a short match.
I mean, you better hurry up on your bathroom break.
And just be difficult. I'm gonna go with AJ and Paige.
There you go. You always got to disagree with me.
Always.
But that makes our shows great. I mean, when we're sitting there watching the show, of course I want to be the smart one here and go ahead and outthink you and be able to get my matches correct. But let's see.
So just for you, let's do the U.S. title.
Oh, my boy,
You.
my boy Cena. I mean that title. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you can see here. This is my title right here. This is my pride and joy. But I want to get that U.S. title someday. I mean, it's a good $300. So I mean,
It's a good chunk of change.
we all don't have that, but someday that's gonna be sitting right here on the table with us. But Cena and the Russian Rusev. There's no way I can ever not pick Cena. I mean, he is one of my all-time favorites. I have to choose Cena in this match. Plus, I mean, I can't wait to see the end of Rusev and his little undefeated streak. And
I think
it's
you're
just
gonna
getting
see
too
it.
annoying.
You're gonna see it at WrestleMania. You're gonna see it.
It's just, and the thing is, like I was telling you earlier, I go, this match has some historical value to it because the last time Cena went for a U.S. title and won the U.S. title was actually 11 years ago at WrestleMania 20. It was his very first title he ever won against Big Show. Nobody thought he was going to win. Nobody thought he was going to win. There's a lot of people don't think he's going to win this time. And who knows? He's probably going to pop out that title again. But
Cena needs that big win.
he's going to get that win. Let's get to the Battle Royal real quick.
All right.
I got the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Okay.
It's basically all the other superstars who aren't in the show. They're going to be in the Battle Royal. I've got my boy Ryback. They've been pushing him really good. I think he's going to pull out the victory. Who do you got?
I'm taking a long shot on this one, just because I want to see him get pushed hard. I'm going with Mr. Zack Ryder on this one.
There you go, Zack Ryder. Get this, though. This is my other prediction. We've been seeing it for weeks. Who's returning? Who do you remember it says somebody returns?
Somebody returns.
It's the big man, Sheamus.
Oh.
I see Sheamus showing up and maybe throwing a monkey wrench in both our predictions.
So Sheamus could be a surprise entry.
He could because it just says on Raws and SmackDowns, it just says Sheamus returns. Doesn't say when.
And they always return during Rumble.
Just think about that.
All right.
Okay, let's go to one a lot of people love. I'm starting to fall apart with it, but Bray Wyatt and Undertaker. Everyone loves Taker, but I just think he's got to retire. He had the loss against Brock Lesnar. He goes up against Bray Wyatt this year. Who do you got?
This one, I think Taker has got to get it.
Yep.
Because he has at least one more WrestleMania after this. And then he's done. He's got to be done after that.
Like we both said, Stinger. He's going to have
that
Sting next
fantasy
year.
match has got to happen between him and Sting. It's got to happen.
I
just think Bray, though, they're forming Bray to be the next Undertaker.
Exactly. I mean, I don't see Bray winning, but I see Taker getting the victory, going to 22-1. But yeah, Bray Wyatt's definitely going to become the new Taker.
Bray's character is amazing right now. I love the direction he's going.
I see next year, too. We see Sting and Taker in that match next year. and also going into the Hall of Fame next year too.
Yeah. Yep.
At least one of them, but I see both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What do we got left?
IC belt.
IC belt ladder match.
The ladder match. There it is.
Look at that. It was on our top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, we've got the champion.
7 people in this match, right?
7 people. We got the champion, Bad News Barrett. We got Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Stardust, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, and the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. Who you got?
This one, man, I want to see Ziggler get it.
Yeah, same here.
Ziggler's
I want to see
fighting,
Ziggler win.
He's been crawling. He reminds me a lot of Jeff Hardy right now, just crawling his way up to that title belt.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get it this time.
See, unfortunately, I see Barrett. I'm not a Barrett fan, but he's been on this long losing streak, so I see him actually pulling out a victory, getting off the losing streak. I see Barrett winning, but I'm with you. I want Ziggler to win. Ziggler, amazing in ladder matches.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
he absolutely is.
He had one of those great matches last year with Luke Harper at TLC. That match, I mean, we'll still talk about for years. But they're saying, I guarantee that match right there, even over the main event, the World Championship match, that ladder match, that's going to be the match of the night.
It is. It's going to take it all.
Let's get to our very last match, ladies and gentlemen. It's Roman Reigns, the winner of the 2015 Royal Rumble. He goes against, unfortunately, Brock Lesnar. What's your thoughts?
What's my thoughts?
Do you have a thought with Brock Lesnar? I mean, he wrestles 4 times a year.
My thought is that his head is way too tiny for his body.
It's like a little bobblehead, squeaky bobblehead doll.
But I see Roman getting it all the way.
Oh, definitely.
Man.
Definitely.
That's all I'd say.
How
Roman is going to get it.
would Roman be as a world champion?
Brock is just, he's never at the show.
Exactly.
He's never there. I mean, I forgot what the title looked like.
Exactly. It's definitely not this anymore. I know that, but
be.
that's what I think it still should be. But granted,
yeah.
When Roman will be a great champion. He's only been in the business for 2-3 years, at least on the main stage. But what he's done since he went to a solo career has just been amazing. He looks almost like his cousin, The Rock, I think.
Keep in mind,
he's showing that charisma.
He is a Samoan, and Samoans have a huge name in wrestling.
Oh, definitely.
He's just
like I said, his cousin, The Rock. I mean, his cousins, the Usos, Uncle Rikishi, who's going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be one of those world champions where I am going to enjoy watching him.
Enjoy the title reign.
But unfortunately, like I think what's going to happen, Seth's cashing in that Money in the Bank, either on WrestleMania or the night after on Raw.
Maybe. Here's my giant prediction for WrestleMania, though. I think it's going to be a face night.
Yep.
I think all the faces are going to win the titles. I think they're walking out, and the heels are just being left.
I have no problem with that. I'm a
It'll
face
be a great
person.
night, but unfortunately, I think Rollins is going to cash in.
Hey, as long as Cena wins, it'll be a great show. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's our WrestleMania. Thanks for watching. Like us on our Facebook, Legend of the Nerds.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next time. Have a good night.